Yeah, anyway, so that was that. But the dream I had last night, I'm pretty sure
I had a
it's
wet
been
dream last
because
night and I spunked all over my sheets.
I'm gonna really
this is your
appreciate it
last
if you don't
chance.
fucking do that again. You're getting on my nerves.
Yo, shut the fuck up, bitch!
Oh, you fucked around.
Before I smash you.
That's it. You're doomed. Anyway. I love it, I love it. Usually I just block them, but then other people start talking to them,
No,
but you can just
yeah,
kick
just
them.
go somewhere else if you're gonna be retarded.
Yeah, so I had this dream, it was...
Just before you start, he kinda reminds me of Sequoia.
Yeah, I mean...
You what, fam? Anyway, what was the dream? Go on, I wanna know.
I think I've been having really vivid dreams, like every single night without fail. And I'm pretty sure it's been because I've been drinking iodine every day. But there's this stuff called Lugal's iodine. It's like 15% solution between, I think, iodine and iodide.
Well, what do
And
they
the
do?
idea is that it's like a halogen group chemical or something that your body needs. And in Western society, or societies away from the coast,
Yeah.
it's very common for people to be deficient in iodine.
Oh, so that you're saying I'm
Um,
potentially deficient in it, since
I'll
desert.
send you some stuff. You can like look it up. I have a book on it actually. It's by a guy called Dr. Brownstein, like iodine and why you need it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stein. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that's why. I put a couple of drops of solution into a pint of water, and then I just sip it throughout the day. It tastes like, you know when you light a match, and then the match goes out, you get like this phosphorusy smell. It tastes like you're drinking a match head or something to the
Oh.
It's like kind of this metallic burned scent or flavor.
Yeah.
I'll just take a picture of it later on. But anyway, I had this dream last night, and it was one of those dreams where most dreams, they're like really fantastic or fucky or I don't know, wacky. You know it's a dream when you wake up. You're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But I had this dream last night. It was so close to events that would happen in real life that it, I don't know. It was just weird. It was really vivid as well. It was like when I look back on this dream, I view it pretty much the same way as a memory of something I did last week in real life.
Wait, say that again.
You know how you have some dreams, they're obviously dreams,
Yeah.
and then you have some dreams that are so vivid
That's tangles.
that it's not much different from something that you would do in real life.
Yeah, yeah. It feels like a normal activity, yeah.
Ballerina.
Well, like, I had this dream where I went on a date. I had a date organized, and it was really funny.
It had to be a
I'm
dream,
distracted
damn.
by all these faggots running past. But yeah, no, like,
You
I'm
only
gonna
get
just stare
dates
out the
in your
window.
dreams.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't go on a date in real life.
I know, you probably don't give enough shits.
I feel like if some gorgeous, beautiful woman came up to me and was like, I really like you, can I go out with you sometime? I'd just say you wouldn't want me. I'm so fucking hopeless that there's no point in taking it further because you wouldn't want to go there to start with.
I mean, yeah, that's not gonna happen anyway.
Anyway,
I mean, let's be real.
yeah, like you wouldn't want me. Yeah, like in my dream, I find myself sitting down and like it was a restaurant, but it was like in an old hall where all the tables and the chairs are really old.
Mm. Is it
It was like an old
in a
building.
bad way, or like I guess like old sort of like classic-ish feel?
Yeah, it had like
What do they call it? Aesthetics.
Welcome.
Like its aesthetics is like it is trying to look.
yeah, it's
oldish.
old. It's like the chair and the table you get at like grandma's house, that kind of thing.
Sounds interesting. Okay.
It was real. I'll explain it. It's quite funny. I have to really think about it like sometime to try and figure out all the meanings of it. But so I sat down at this table, right, and I'm pretty sure the table had 2 seats, 4, I don't remember. And I was on this date with a girl, and I was sat down at this table. And as I'm waiting for her, because I get there first, some random fucking Indian guy sits down across the other side. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it, just sit there. He doesn't say anything, he's just sat there at my table.
You got catfished.
So I'm like, when she arrives, yeah, I'm gonna have to either get rid of this guy, or if she's cool with it, he can just stay there, and we can have a date with this Indian guy at the table too. I don't really mind. It's happened before in real life, where like I've been waiting at a coffee shop outside on a table by myself for Ramon to buy the coffees and then bring them to the table, and someone's like, "Can I sit here?" And I'm like, "You can, but my friend's gonna be sitting next to you because he's in there." And she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll leave." But no, this fucking Indian guy sat down at my table. I didn't even like say anything. He didn't even ask. He just sat there. I'm like, fuck it, sit there. And then in my dream, I was really disappointed the whole time because I see her arrive, and it's some girl. Like, she's got jet black shoulder length hair. She's wearing this black dress that covers like top half of her thigh.
You're talking about like, are you describing
She's got a little handbag. No, she's just dressed in black.
Okay.
And she's at the front of the thing talking to one of the waitresses, saying like, "Yeah, I've got people reserved." And the waitress is like leading her around the restaurant, trying to find her table. And go away.
Quiet, kid.
I'm just gonna mute the child. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be really funny. Like I could just get up off the table.
Let her sit with the Indian guy.
No, I could get up off the table, go tap her on the shoulder or whatever, and say like, "Hey," or like, "Hello," and then sit down together. But I don't. I think it would be funny to let her try and find out where I am. And then as I'm sitting there, why is someone inside me?
Yeah, can you stop acting like a weird
Go
antisocial
away!
dumbass?
Getting blocked.
Alright,
So
definitely one dumbass. Okay.
I don't think I'll kick them. I'll just block them.
Okay, fine. Let's stay.
What was it? Yeah. So
The
I
bio
thought it'd be
says I'm
funny.
happy, so I guess.
I thought it would be funny to let her like look around in like a prank, as in like, I've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
Sitting around, and I can see on her face she's getting frustrated that she doesn't know where I am. I wait a bit longer. I think eventually she has to find me. I won't put my hand up. She knows what I look like. She never found me, so I got up off my chair. I tapped her on the shoulders, and then I realized I don't even know her fucking name. I'm like, so I'm like, spaghetti's coming out of my pockets. I'm not even fucking sure what to say. I don't want to say, "What's your name? Who are you?" I'm like, fuck. I'm like, "Hi." And she's like, I'm really annoyed at you. You've been here this whole time and you never told me. I'm like, I thought it was funny. And she's really not happy with it. So I'm like, fuck, I fucked up right at
Yeah,
the start. That's not gonna go well.
it's the first bad
So we
impression.
sat down. I can't remember, but the Indian guy's gone for some reason. Maybe it's a different table, or maybe fucked off. Um, so I sit down, and she's just annoyed at me. Like, she looks great, looks really nice, but she's just looking at me, pissed off the whole time.
Hmm.
And I'm just nervous. I don't know what to say. Any topic I try to start a conversation on, like, crashes and burns immediately because she's just irritated by me.
Hmm.
So I'm like, you know what, fuck it. And then at some point, I find out that can't remember why, but I find out that her mum was there, and she was like, "Yeah, any time I go on a date with a guy, I bring my mum." I'm like, "Well, where's your mum?" And she turns around and she points to some woman sitting at a table behind us on her own.
Hmm.
I'm like, why did you fucking bring your mum? She's like, I don't trust men. I don't
I
trust
mean,
guys, so I
bringing
bring my
your
mum.
dad is probably way more effective, isn't it?
So I'm like, for some reason, I'm not offended or weirded out. I just find it really funny. So I gestured to her mum to like come over with a stupid grin on my face, and I ended up basically talking to her mum instead of her. So she's sitting there like, eating food, still annoyed at me. She's still annoyed that I'm, talking to her mum instead of her. And I'm just having a conversation with her mum, and her mum's like, "Oh, what do you recommend for dessert?" I'm like, "Oh, this was good the last time I was here." She's like, "Oh, okay, I'll get that then." Um, so yeah, I'm like sitting at the
That's
table, and
funny.
this girl and her mum on the other side, and then at the end of the night, um, I realized that it's not going anywhere. I fucked up. First date that went wrong.
Yeah.
So I just decided to ask her like, "Why are you so angry at me?" And I think she just explains why. Like weird. She's I don't know, like half impressed, half confused that I would ask her about her feelings for some reason. But she then, we start talking about I don't know, like an actual authentic conversation about her feelings instead of like um like the etiquette shit. You have to like dress up nice, and it's all really
Yeah.
fake. You'll have to like
It's a bunch of.
um
It's not fakery. It's that like.
it's
It's like putting
inauthentic.
the
It's like
person. Yeah,
disingenuous.
yeah. It's part of it is
Like,
fake, and part of it is just the persona that you have to display. Um,
yeah,
like
so
the whole
there's
persona thing. It's like when you go and deal with your doctor or your teacher or with the like I don't know like if you like I don't know if you ever been in martial arts or like any type of these kind of activities. The persona you would have around like the master or around the teacher is way different from the one that you'd have with your peers and so on. It's not necessarily fake, but it's just
are you
that is just how it goes. This is what is
yeah, I know what you're trying to. It's like kind of like a radio. Like
yeah.
each person is a station. You
It's
have to
like a
dial into that
protocol,
station.
It's a code of conduct, I guess if they want to call that. So that would be expected from both parts. There's some expectation is gonna be there, and like once you're through the weeds, I guess is when you can navigate.
Yeah,
How
but anyway, like all
get through that.
it started off. I'm dressed up nice, so is she. Trying to like be civil and cordial with each other, and it's not going well. So at the end of the day, when we order the bill, pay and leave, I just give up. Fuck it, I'll just ask her. And the weird part was, at that point, the relationship started to build.
Mm.
So I'm not sure like if this dream means like don't be inauthentic because you won't get anywhere. It'll actually set you back.
Yeah. But that could, well, I mean, a part of the dream kind of reminds me of, I don't know why, but it reminds me of that conversation we had about why I don't add female friends.
Yeah.
Which is like this weird part of like they're gonna get there's some emotions gonna be there, and gonna be some expectation to walk on eggshells around, which I don't do. I cannot give enough shit.
Yeah.
Um, and it kind of kills my mood of talking to someone. So I just stay away from them. It's not something I even believe that you can do. Like just be friends with someone from the opposite sex, and just keep being friends like with no form of interest from one part to another. You can lie to yourself.
You can, but there has to
But
be a very big age difference. So it has to be like when I've talked to a woman who's, let's say, 50 years old, and
yeah,
she's not
yeah.
physically.
I
She's someone's
think
mom. She has a husband and 3 kids who are
yeah,
like
that might
slightly
work.
younger than me.
Yeah.
You can be friends with those types.
Like that's
but-
actually the funny thing. So you know how like we have the whole covering thing.
Yeah.
Old women are not obligated to.
Okay, so no one views them sexually anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's when the barrier starts breaking. That I guess that potential for some weird shit going on kind of dissolves a little bit. But it's recommended that you keep doing
Yeah.
it. Women just keep doing it because it's like by that time is like it's not really that you do it they do it because they forced us. Like at that point you believe in what you do, or you do what you believe in, so it's either or.
Mm.
So they keep doing it. What was it? What was I saying?
What wisdom do you want?
But that could be interpreted
Wisdom.
multiple ways. I guess
Teach me
like don't
magic.
give up hope.
Teach
Maybe
me all the magic
maybe
stuff.
it's something you wanna do. Like maybe you wanna.
Yeah, teach me some magic.
I don't know. Maybe you wanna
'Cause
try
I'm-
your take again on it.
Fuck.
With dreams, it's all about symbolism. So it's not like
Oh my god.
like
Yeah.
nothing in dreams is literal.
Bye.
It's all subconscious symbolism.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
The girl could represent I don't know,
It
not
depends.
necessarily like
Like there's a whole like.
Hell.
There's people actually specialized in this. Like we even have our own tradition about it, but not many people really do it. Usually, the way we look at it is that don't look too deep into a dream unless you had that dream multiple times.
Stuff like that.
uh,
Oh my
yeah, I know
god.
it's not. It could just
Really,
be
it's the grand
It
master
still
of
could
all,
have a
like,
meaning, but
magic.
again, it could like maybe at the end of the tunnel. I guess you have some hope at the end of the tunnel.
0.3.
I really don't
Oh,
care
yeah,
if I'm
hold on,
like
hold on,
dying
hold on.
single and
What
alone.
happened?
Hmm.
Fine, but
See
Um,
that's something I actually I'm not
See,
sure
what
if
package
I'm
should I pick?
okay with, but if I don't really have much choice on the matter. Because at some
The one
stage
I
it's
have,
not
I think
something
I'm
that I
wanting, like, a little
choose
robot as my fallback.
necessarily. The whole
how you
dating
doing,
thing, it
Sid?
could be just you want to have your take on something again.
Hey, let's go.
Yo.
It could be that.
Yo, what's up?
because I'm trying to.
What's
I'm
funny?
wondering what like the building represents because it was old, right? Maybe
Good,
it's
good.
Oh.
something to do with like emotional
Feeling like a villain?
environment.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
I
Like
gotta
maybe
look out
I'm
out
living in a
the
situation that
woman.
is outdated and I need to
let's
update
go.
something.
Is your mom upset at you?
Do you guys see that glowing
Do you
block?
think so?
Do you guys see
Probably.
that glowing block in the air?
Yeah, I would say so.
So, I was thinking because you said something about it once,
Yeah,
and you're not sure if you want to try.
Sword in the stone.
If you want to try to talk to your mom again.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't. Okay.
Nah, it's over. Like, you can't just tell me to kill myself, and
I
then...
don't have hands. I can't do that.
He's a snake.
No, I'm trying to
Snake.
What does the girl represent?
Snake.
Yeah, I guess that's
Maybe
the
it's like
tough
the
one.
female influence I feel like I'm
Did I say your
missing.
name right?
Bravo.
Or maybe it's like,
Mandy by short.
Mandy?
maybe I believe that's how women will treat me.
Good.
Like,
This
I...
literally chilling.
Somebody kicked me off.
Because the mom I got along with fine, we got along with really well.
I'm an
Cool.
alcoholic. Fight me.
The girl that I was there on the date, first
Just
place,
upset at you.
Wanna see something?
really
Wanna see
didn't like
something?
me.
Wanna see
Yeah,
something?
this-
Yeah, no, they'll never understand. Like, they're
No,
just
I don't mean it. I don't mean it.
twerking in corn syrup.
It's working.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like, you know this book I'm reading, it's called Initiation. At one point,
Minecraft music.
it states that there's like 7 octaves of existence, and we're on the 4th. And the animal level below
I
us,
had a quick
one of
action to where
feelings
I,
only,
have permanently
no rationality.
Not feelings, I would call it. I think that's the lizard brain thing that they keep saying about. Like, that's when like your whole desires.
The
thing
human
just
realm,
take over.
right?
So you just want food.
It's not
you wanna
humans
keep on
only.
Eating, you wanna keep. What do you call it?
Like close where it goes to.
You know.
Both, yeah.
Some people represent it with the same.
Well, apparently the
You just next time. You know what? Next time we see a
can
group,
do
we just
this.
kick
Fucking.
like half of
so
them,
cool. Oh my
and we
God.
wait for the rest.
yeah, I was gonna say that's what
Half
happens.
cool.
The other one's like, where do you go? Huh?
I just make a gun if I try to do it.
Absolute retards.
I'm stuck. I can't move past this.
I don't like. I might be a bit
I can do it
arrogant
with this
saying
hand,
that,
this
but
hand,
every
this
time I
one.
get on this game, I feel like I'm just
in the shape of an L on his forehead.
like just surrounded by
Well,
like unintelligible creatures, like almost animal level,
hit the ground running.
and I'm the only like I'm
Yeah.
probably the only one who can like talk about something. And I know it's arrogant to say that, but sometimes it's just how it feels, man. It's weird. Like I try to talk to someone and say hello, how you doing, and just, no fucking comment, nothing.
Exactly.
It's just what are you doing here? Nothing. What do you want to do? What brings you here? What do you want to do? It's like with your fucking life. It's like I don't know. I'm just hanging around chill people. What the fuck is chill people? I don't know. Do you like put chili powder on them, or like what do you? I don't know.
The meme. For sure, yeah. The meme.
Banger movie.
In this book, right? If I just go from the bottom to the top,
Yeah.
or as I remember, like the first, they call it like octave of consciousness is matter. So like rock, wood would be a bad example. Yes, rock, water, and apparently the only motion that exist at that level is like expansion and contraction. Like
Yeah.
things heat up, water moves. Rocks are like compressed together to form like sedimentary rock, that kind of stuff. That's it. And then the next level is they call it the vegetative
Yeah.
level of consciousness, which is the plants I think occupy this level, and all they do is take in food and
Hello?
they like intake nutrients or energy and exhale waste products, and that's all they do.
Hello?
Plant will it absorbs sunlight and water and nutrients from soil and produces leaves, fruit and
Yeah.
flowers, and that's all it does.
Yeah, you consume stuff, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, then the animal level, which is one above that, is it's the first two plus like each.
I don't think you've seen it, but
You're
shut
out.
up. I
Oh,
got.
it's this,
Is
dude.
this not-
Hell yeah.
Did you get rid of him?
Yeah, I banned him.
My hands are backwards.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
voice
so
crack
each
wasn't me.
level is all of the ones before it as well. The
Yeah.
animals also,
I'm the same.
You're hella like,
What do you want from me?
I don't know what expansion
like he's not
restriction would be, but maybe life and death.
Man.
Like a
Yeah.
rock doesn't live and die, doesn't it? I don't
Yeah.
know. But then the animal level is like the intake of food and probably pissing and shitting, but also
Cobblestone noises.
like mating, moving around, sleeping.
You just ran by.
Where'd he go?
It exists on the
That just ran by.
emotional level, I think,
Yeah.
like emotion slash feeling.
Pleasures
So
and
it moves
desires,
towards
I guess.
it moves towards things it likes, moves away from things it doesn't like. And that's basically it. That's an animal. And then the human one is intellectual. So the ability to think in terms of like abstract thoughts, like rationality.
Yeah. It's one of the things that
Apparent-
separate us from animals. There's few things, but one of the things is that like you can make some animals do some mathematics, for example, but they wouldn't.
Yeah,
first
like
of all, they
there's a
wouldn't
cat on
naturally do
YouTube.
it. And second of
Yeah.
all, they wouldn't go past doing it for a reward. So you wouldn't see an animal.
Bro,
I guess
Yeah, so
you
I
wouldn't
just
have an
spawned.
animal.
What am I listening to right now, man?
You wouldn't have it like
Some deep philosophical conversation, right?
you're interrupting it, man.
That's just normal
I,
conversation
yeah,
between.
sorry, bro, but like I had to interrupt because I just spawned and I hear they don't do it for fun, bro.
I didn't say for fun.
Relax.
The
Yeah, just whatever.
like it's not to contemplate, for example, on why they're alive.
This is
They
a
don't-
great example, right?
Yeah.
He moves towards because it makes him feel good to comment, and then when it makes him feel bad,
He just
he
runs
moves away.
Yeah.
Like yeah, the bad, boring part is here, and the fun is over there now. So he moves towards that,
Yeah, yeah.
which I guess is the same for us. Like that would be horrible for the talk about,
Yeah,
but
it's
this
like-
is like fun for me.
Like animals, for example, don't contemplate about the meaning of their life, for example. Like, it's not something they practice, and they don't really. I guess you can say that that they don't ask questions. They don't necessarily seek to know more about things. They get curious about stuff, but the curiosity, I get, like you can explain the animal's curiosity by it increases their survival because it could be food or it could be like finding a mate or similar stuff. But like when it comes to the level of
Yeah,
how you
if,
do it, like exercising your brain so fucking hard so you can be like a grandmaster in chess, it doesn't serve you anything like from the current biological perspective, which is mate and such. Knowledge about chess wouldn't help you with that. And if that was the use for it, you would see like the smartest people around fucking the most amount of people, or having the most amount of children. But they're not. So like that function.
Like maybe it's the K selection thing, the
Yeah.
less children but
So
more
it's not the
energy in raising them.
intelligence. Really, it's not the intelligence. It's just the part of us that is seek to know, like the desire to know, like our own, like the reasons for our own existence and such. Understand the place around us.
Yeah.
That's what usually separates us from other animals.
Can't even get up there.
Because another interesting thing is, well, I was gonna say two things. The first one is like, you can obviously see how supposedly abstract thinking gives you an edge, development or survival. Because I was thinking about trapping this cat that was like inviting itself into my fucking flat. Like, I'm never gonna grab the cat. It's gonna fuck off 10 meters, 10 minutes before that's gonna happen. What I'm gonna have to do is stick it in the box. The box is gonna have to have food in it.
I joined in and I can already.
What I was gonna say is, abstract thinking does in fact give you an edge over animals,
Yeah, yeah.
because in this specific example, I would need to learn how to make a trap. I would need to, like, one of the hallmarks, thresholds of intelligence in an animal is being able to use tools. You'll have a bird that picks up a stick,
Yeah.
and it uses a stick to pull, like, grubs or bugs out of a tree
Yeah, it's
that
usually
it wouldn't
crow.
ordinarily be able to reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the trap, I don't know, like the cage with the door that shuts would be a tool. And yeah, if it worked, my rationality prevailed. I would be able to trap the cat and then basically do what I want with it. I would be the dominant organism. What was the other thing I was gonna say? I've forgotten because someone's playing sound bites.
I'm not gonna finish it.
Yeah, anyway.
Just behave.
Apparently part of the natural, I don't know, like, development of consciousness involves a weak, squishy, vulnerable body.
Look what
Like
I
a bear,
have.
for example. No,
Get away.
fuck off.
Just leave us. Let us talk. Okay. Yeah. Fuck them.
They're like a bear, right? A bear is huge. It's some of them are like the size of a small car. They're absolutely massive. Or a tiger, a shark. They're basically at the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Supposedly when this like consciousness reincarnates as the next octave of development, it's forced into a body that is weak and vulnerable, to force it to develop its rationality. So a human against a bear would stand
Oh, that
no
sounds
chance,
like
some naked guy.
Buddhism. A little bit.
Yeah, so
but
as a
without the
result, humans
karma.
are forced to develop
Yeah.
tools, like to use fire to flush out animals, to use spears to attack
I mean, the fact
each
that
other,
humans
etc.
invent stuff is actually another like another like barrier between the animals and I guess animal side and like the human side, if you want to call it that.
But yeah, anyway, the next
I don't know.
octave of development for consciousness is apparently intuition.
What do you mean? What is the meaning of intuition? My English is just trying to shit itself now.
It's not emotion and it's not rationality. It's like intuition is like you know something without having to process it in your mind. You're just aware of it.
Oh yeah, I remember what it means. So it's something that it's a prior knowledge. It's something you have without necessarily gaining yourself. Some knowledge that you have. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
and
I think it's about epistemology, I believe, isn't it? Prior knowledge. So because I remember I used like intuition in some arguments.
The ability to understand something instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning.
So like for example the idea
So it's like a shortcut.
Yeah, it's like the idea of logic is something actually instinctive. Like you can even test it on like babies like that can recognize objects once they can do that. Once they can recognize objects.
Yeah, so whatever it is, it's like an awareness. We don't have it yet.
Yeah.
Because we're at this level, so we can't comprehend it in the same way that an animal
it
can't
goes
comprehend.
deep. So like an instinctive thing would be something like the human baby, the like infant. knowing that, you know, to like knowing how the process of breastfeeding goes, basically, which like no one had to teach him how
Yeah,
that goes.
like the baby knows what's sucking because if
Yeah,
it didn't, it would just die.
yeah.
Um,
Like if you think about it, technically you shouldn't even know about it. But yeah,
yeah, so like
that's about
genetic memory, I guess. Like a
that's a
bird instinctively
theoretical.
knows how to
That
build a
that is.
nest.
I'll be honest. That's a hand waving explanation. This is. I haven't seen.
But the interesting thing about this already is we
Yeah.
don't understand it. We can only
Yeah.
speculate, and it's probably wildly wrong. And the being that is like intuitively developed will look at us and go, "What the fuck is this stupid animal talking about? It doesn't know anything."
Yeah.
In the same way that a cow will stare at you, and you can stare back at the cow, laughing at the fact that a human built the fence to hold him in. He doesn't understand the fence.
Yeah, we were saying something about like the knowledge that you have instinctively, like some prior knowledge.
Oh, intuition.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like the intuitive being, for example, will be able to look into your eyes and know how you're feeling and what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And to a human or like an animal or a person that thinks rationally, they will not be able to perceive any of it. That they won't be at that level of consciousness. So they'll just say it's bullshit or it's luck or.
Yeah.
I've actually met people like this before. You call them magicians, like not the like the children's tricks, kind of people that
Yeah.
will
There's people who like
like,
can
even like
recognize all signs of like if you're lying or if you're being honest. Um,
yeah, like you
you can pick up
they
on the
hold out a
signs,
whole
but are
deck of
like really
cards face
subtle and
down.
hard.
Yeah, like you can go. We call these people psychic, but that's another term.
Yeah.
They're basically their consciousness is significantly above yours in such a way that they can just they're not hiding anything. They're showing you like who they really are.
Yeah.
Even though there's nothing to hide, you still have no understanding of you. You have no. You just don't understand. Um. Yeah, that was what the fifth one of seven. I can't remember. Basically, the seventh one is you're getting
Who's getting kicked?
cornflakes around the corner.
I don't see him. I
I can
have
stay there
my
for the time being.
I have avatars hidden, so because of frames. I want my frames. I
Yeah.
appreciate them. They don't deserve the
Yeah, I
frames
can't
that they
remember what the
take.
sixth one is, but the seventh level, last one there is total understanding. So this being
Absolute knowledge, I guess, if you would
understands.
call it, or maybe wisdom. Like wisdom would actually make sense to be there. Like there's, I think I know what you're talking about. Like there's, we actually took that. You take that in philosophy and logic, and you actually take that in AI out of every other field. Is that there's actually levels of information too. So like you have like pure raw data, then you have information, then you would have knowledge, then at the top of that you would have a wisdom, something like that. No monkeys. Is that your monkey?
Why did
That's a
they
no.
do this?
I don't know.
Anyway.
He's retarded. I got rid of him.
Scared me. I
don't wanna
wasn't
deal with it.
expecting to see a monkey.
Brain damage.
Yeah, so you can basically call the seventh
hello.
level Rien Demage.
It's either or.
Mm.
So they keep doing it. What was it?
Niggas in my butthole.
But it
Niggas in
reminds-
my butthole.
but it
Niggas in
reminds-
my butthole. Niggas in my butthole. Niggas in my butthole. Niggas in my butthole. Niggas in my butthole.
Okay,
Niggas in
well,
my
I'm gonna have to
butthole.
back.
Niggas in my
I'm gonna have to
butthole.
back. That was funny. That was funny. I mean, but I don't
I
want to
think we
listen
can
to
turn
that.
earmuffs off now.
Yeah, finally.
All the Jew.
Necessarily.
These
always have a
NPC
choice.
conversations are amazing.
Let's see.
They're so lifelike, you think they're real.
Is that supposed to be insulting? This is probably the most meaningful conversation you'll get in VR for like the next month.
2 months.
I can't believe they're aware that they're in VR as well. That's amazing.
Alright.
What I could do now.
I'll just try to. I'll just.
Alright, Jew glasses, go talk to this kid.
We got stitched in the battle.
Give
This
B the
NPC.
father figure that he never had.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, it's the same guy.
What was it?
But he's taller, so he was probably first.
Like I don't know. Maybe it's something you want to take.
Well,
You
let me-
want to have a
let me
take back
release
on
it
it.
down
Maybe
here.
it's not like
You doing
the
right.
whole
how you
dating
doing,
thing. It
Sid?
could be just retards.
I'm stuck. I can't move past this.
I don't like. I might be a bit
I can do
arrogant
it this
saying
way.
that,
This
but
is
every
the
time I
way.
get on this game, I
With
feel
the
like
finger
I'm
and his
just
thumb in the shape of an L on his forehead.
like just surrounded by
Well,
like unintelligible creatures, like almost animal
we're
level,
gonna hit the ground running.
and I'm the only like I'm
Yeah.
probably the only one who can like talk about something. And I know it's arrogant to say that, but sometimes it's just how it feels, man. It's weird. Like I try to talk to someone and say hello, how you doing, and just, no fucking comment, nothing.
Exactly.
It's just what are you doing here? Nothing. It's what do you want to do? What brings you here?
Fucking hell.
What do you want to do? It's like with your
Why the
fucking
fuck
life.
do I know all
It's like I don't know. I'm just hanging around chill people. What the fuck is chill people? I don't know.
Is it 'cause I've
Do you like put chili powder on them, or like what do you? I don't know.
seen the meme way too many times?
That is
The
amazing.
meme.
Probably the meme.
For sure, yeah. The
A
meme.
banger movie.
No, in this book, right?